It says you're live. It says you're live. Look, now it's live. Are we live yet?
Yeah, it just went live on YouTube.
Yay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we have the usual gaggle of friends here, Eric Weber and Dusty Graham. And we're going to be talking about a Facebook Marketplace ad that I replied to yesterday and did a late night reconnaissance.
And you survived.
That I survived.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad just because he warned you about deer and bears before you got there.
Yeah. The Facebook message, be careful of the deers, coyotes, and bears. I was like, oh my.
Oh.
So anyway.
Were you scared for your life?
No, I really wasn't.
I mean, not of the deer, not of the deers and bears.
Though I must look like prime rib to some of those animals. But anyway, so when I was going through, I saw an ad for some of the guy had some vintage computer stuff, which piqued my interest. So I went up there and
I forced you
around. Yeah, Eric twisted my arm. It was like a late thing. The guy posted the ad at like, what was it, like 5 o'clock or something? He was like, meet me there at 7. I'm like, crap. I was after working like a whole day already. And it was like, what, almost 2 hours away. An hour and a half, rather. So anyway, let me dig right into what we got.
All right.
So what was, well, no, you don't want to go into too much detail on that, but I mean, was it just like an ad for stuff that interested you?
It was an ad that was the guy put up there, said had to have the whole house cleaned out. He had like 10 days or something to clean the whole house out. And it was like a really nasty basement, and it was kind of a strange, I mean, it was packed, whatever it was. So
Did you put the circle box around you, Jason?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Oh, and to begin with, this was a bulk buy, so the guy charged me $250 for everything.
Charge you what?
$250 for everything. He didn't break it down. He just did it off the top of his head, so I don't know what each piece would have been individually, but the total was $250. We're going to start out with 2 TI-99 4A expansion systems. These are the expansion systems for the computer that you can plug in a disk drive or a serial card and a few other expansion cards. These are pretty neat.
yeah, I sold one last year and I got about $200 with one card and a disk drive in it.
So for those not familiar with the TI, because I don't know who all you have in your audience, with the TI-99 4A, it's basically Texas Instruments version of early version of a home computer, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So.
And this guy had like 4 of these in there, but 2 of them were like rusted together and molded and everything. So,
maybe he was going to launch a rocket or something.
These 2 were covered in plastic.
So how bad was this one of those basements where you're carrying stuff up the stairs through the pig trail in the house, out to down the driveway past the bears and falcons and coyotes and stuff to the truck, or what?
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. Friggin', it was the most narrow set of stairs you could possibly imagine. This house from like the 1800s.
Was it one of those sets of stairs that you put a foot down and go, this is the one I'm going to go on?
No, the stairs were very solid. It was great construction, but they were just pitched so like tight, like not like, you know, your regular stairs, that it was hard to get up and down them.
Yeah, I was doing
terrible either.
I was doing a pick in a barn. I'm coming down the stairs, my arm full of stuff, and I step on like the 3rd step from the bottom, and I go right through that step.
On this one here, you can see there's a bunch of expansion cards in it. In fact, it's almost fully populated.
Are you going to sell? Are you going to break them out with the cards, or are you going to? How are you going to do it?
I'm not really sure yet. I got to think about it.
The cards are worth $40-50 a pop.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cards now. So they're like the memory. So they're the memory cards, or are they what? Which kind of cards?
You got a controller card, a memory card, RS-232, which is a communications port card.
And a flex cable interface, which is the one that's running to this here.
Which is a way to connect it to the computer. That's the one that's probably has to go with the box to connect the two together.
The TI was actually the first computer I ever owned, but I didn't have the expansion box, so I'm not as familiar. I just had the basic system. You know, I mean, I was like a kid, you know, maybe 12 or something.
So that was in the 60s?
So, no.
I mean, right off the bat, you're looking at, you know, you've already got about $350 back of your money right there.
Nice.
Next, we have 2 Texas Instruments drives, disk drives. These run about $100 a pop.
What discs are those? Are those 5 1/4?
5 1/4, yeah.
Wow.
The old school type.
Yeah.
Where you can put a ham sandwich in there.
It's serious.
You could hear your disk drive start whirring.
What's worse is you could feel the heat from that thing as it fires up and spins.
What are those? Did y'all look those up? I don't know if y'all.
Yeah, they're about $100 a pop.
They're $100 a pop, yeah. At least. I auction everything, so who knows. This is a little dirty, but is that scrub? Oh no, that's just some marker that'll come up. This is a TI-99 for a original monitor, which you don't see too often. Not many of these were sold, if I remember right.
Yeah, everybody hooked them up as hooked to your TV instead of hooking them to a monitor.
Were all the TI-99, were they all monochrome?
No, they're color.
Were they color?
Yeah. Yep.
I remember green and amber, and then I remember going RGB, and that was big time.
4 color, and then 16 color, and then 256. You knew you were hot crap when you had a 16 color system back then. So
here we got the actual computer.
The guy had, you said he had like a bunch of computers. He had like 15 or 20 of them, but they were in the basement and just rusted and ruined. So
yeah, this one's nice. Just about everything I got wasn't in the basement. It was upstairs in the dry area. So.
Yeah, and that's sad because I remember when he was screen sharing the pictures yesterday, I was like, I see mold, and you could just tell by the walls and the masonry and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was just nasty.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. But I mean, the good thing about going on a pick like that is, you know, that's just one room. I mean, if they got that much stuff down in the basement, you never know what's out there. So that's one of the things that you always should look at is what is it really, you know, what else is there that you can get yourself invested in. So
somebody got 190 shipped for one of those monitors.
Yeah,
if the monitor's working, it could be $200-300. So.
Hopefully it works. So, but these are Xbox flight controllers. They're a bit dirty, and hopefully this is just cigarette smoke and cleans off. But if not, it is what it is. I think in good shape, they're like, I think $60.
Why do people let their kids smoke?
I prefer smoke than the sun on it.
That's true.
Then you got a little pair of these tiny joysticks.
I sold one of those a while back. What are they?
Power Stick. These were put out by Amiga, actually.
Do you remember the one I had?
No.
Yeah, I sold it in May of 2017, according to my email.
Oh, okay. What'd you get for it?
Well, I just had a single. Offer expired. It's not pulling up where I actually sold it. I maybe $10 plus shipping.
All right. I mean, I'm sure there's 2, so I'm sure it's 20. This is the
I think mine. Oh, it's the dual. I think mine was just a single. I don't remember. Maybe it was a dual.
Yeah. So I believe that it's about $20.
I know, it says counter offer submitted to buyer $10.50. That's
nice
pulled up.
TAC2 joystick. This is for like you know, Atari 2600. Nice little joystick. I mean, you know, maybe $10. It's not desirable or anything like that. And then this one's kind of cool. This one's in the box.
Part of the pile.
There we go. Oh, the buttons are over there. That's kind of neat.
You know what sucks is on the
Here.
audience version, his screen is really clear, but in here he's fuzzy. I can see him better on the audience view.
Oh, really?
Looks good to me. I think it's just your system. I think yours.
Well, there's power. There's truck. There's like multiple bucket trucks out front of our house, so I don't know if it's some contractor. I don't know if it's cable or what they're doing out there. Probably the NSA.
See, the problem with you taking a drink every time Sherry says what, she's already like 17 drinks ahead of you, so you're good.
I didn't tell her to drink the water.
Then we have the majestic dark tower. Unfortunately, this is totally empty. It's just a box. But if you ever get the game, it's worth a few $100.
Yeah, a couple $100 for the game. And the box is probably worth 25 or 30 bucks. So.
Fabulous game. I used to have it as a kid. I remember playing it. All right. Next, we have, this is for a TI computer as well. P code version 4. This is for, what was it again? This is a language card for programming Pascal. I totally forgot about Pascal, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But this was worth, what was this again? I think it was 200.
Yeah, was that the one that was worth 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make him go first on price and everything, or did you offer first?
No, I had him make a price. So these are 2 TI thermal printers. These are like sidecar expansion thermal printers. These are actually pretty rare. You don't see them very often. They're probably about 100 a piece. All right.
Somebody wants $182 for one in the United Kingdom, and they put extremely rare, but they haven't got a bid yet.
Yeah, you hardly ever see those. This is a Zenith data system. This is for a Zenith computer, and you could also use it with the TI.
Yeah, I think I have one. Do you want to buy it?
Zenith computer. I think he's got 2 or 3 in the back room.
Isn't that one of your storage unit have Zenith in it? You remember when we went through all that crap a couple years ago?
Yeah, maybe.
May have been. I know he bought some Zeniths when we did the video game sale.
You could complete your collection.
All right. Here's a digital research floppy drive. So, good old school drive. A little belt.
You think that might go into that TI box?
No, I mean it probably could, but
it looks like the one that came in the inside my 8088 back in the day. I had duals, but it looks like just a regular internal generic, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean tons of these.
Let me see the power supply and the card connector. Yeah, that's a PC power supply. Yeah, that's PC. That's not TI.
Yeah. Good point.
Those are like 50 or 60 bucks at this point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, Digital is a good company. Like you said, they did a lot of the MSI stuff for. Let's see. Next, we got. One, two, three. Speech synthesizer for the TI. This one's brand new, actually.
That's pretty cool, actually. I don't think I've ever seen one brand new. I saw one of those 3 months ago, maybe, for like $35.
Untested, 50 free shipping, 30, 35, 27, kind of all over the board. 25 plus 8 shipping.
I had the software in mind, so.
This is an empty floppy drive kit.
Is it for the TI?
No, it's generic, but I picked it up. They're still kind of neat. Not much money, but it was rescued.
Rescued from the house full of animals and bears.
Then we got two, there's one in the box and one loose. These are Radio Shack switching power supplies. So these are about $10 each. We got a couple of random computer cards. These are probably just like $10 a piece too. Nothing overly special. Riser card.
Yes.
Next, we got this is IBM PC dual disk drive.
Like True Blue IBM?
Yep.
No.
Well, the drives are. The case, the housing might not be.
Yeah, what's the cable on the back?
Right, old parallel. I mean,
I gotta go over a little bit. I can't see it.
Go more toward your front door.
There you go.
Kind of that clips into a like a. Where's one here?
It should slip up onto a controller card, right?
Yeah, it would slip like into a controller, like that. Except this isn't the right, obviously, thing for it.
But I don't think that is actually going to be for an IBM PC.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll open it up and see what it.
I think you're going to go a little older. I think you're going to get into a CPM computer with that one.
The drives themselves are IBM logoed.
Yeah, I mean, IBM had some S100 bus type stuff as well. So I think that's what you're going to find that goes to.
Hmm. Okay, next. We have a little sidecar, is what they call it. It allows you to connect multiple accessories to the computer, like the computer be here, and then you clip this alongside it, and then it has an open end to clip your next accessory. You could literally have a desk with a computer and accessories going all the way down. It's kind of funny. But this is a Mechatronic. This was a 80-column expansion card, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's like $300.
I think it was between 2 and 3. Yeah. It doesn't have the power supply, but it just takes a standard power supply. It needs to be cleaned up a little, but it's not a big deal. All right. Next, we got a nice expansion card.
Core comp.
Yeah, it's the triple. What is it? Triple Tech. Yeah, it's a clock and calendar, a printer buffer. Oh, and a speech. Then this other card is a speech synthesizer, so you don't need those little adapters. This was about, what was it again? 300?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. Let's not break it. Put it here. Then we got two really cool joysticks. These are Fire Command by Jim.
What's the connector on those?
These are for a Atari 2600. It'll also work on like Commodore 64 and a few other.
Those look familiar. I've either sold one or I had one as a kid.
These are actually pretty rare. I wouldn't be surprised if I got anywhere between 50 to 100 piece on these. One, the cord is cut, but I'll repair that. I have plenty of Atari adapters floating around.
Fire Command joystick.
Next, top box. It's a big group of manuals. The Orphan Chronicles. The TI computer. Okay.
Okay.
Mini memory, weight, securities, home finance, typing tutor, real estate, football, personal record keeping, personal report generator, statistics, and household budget. Everything you need to run your household.
Interesting. Not even really only like one game in there.
Yeah. That is odd. Thought there would be more. Maybe that wasn't the only box and I didn't find the other box.
Sandra Bartlow wants to know, how do you list these? Do you test them?
Well, yeah, the computer is present, so when I power it on, I'll test all the cartridges. But I have most of the vintage systems because I'm a computer collector, so it's not
Me personally, I sell them as untested.
I was going to say I'm not answering because it's not my channel, but Jason does test everything and he's meticulous and he gets $5 for stuff too.
How many cartridges did you end up with?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that's just one side. Flip it over.
Anything good?
This one's pretty full. 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 49, 58,
47.
72 minus 1.
So 73 total. That's not bad. Hopefully, you'll have something that's pretty rare in there.
Yeah, hopefully. Looks like a mixture of applications and games. So we'll go through that.
Well, like I said, I was getting about $10 a piece, but I had the manuals for each one of mine.
Yeah, this is something I'm going to group together.
These are pretty common. You can actually find these, pretty much everywhere. Because don't pay a whole lot for them.
Yeah. We are almost done. We're down to the last piece. There's some more.
Step off on the floor.
All right. Good enough.
I knew Master Bills was going off.
Wow. I know.
We have a luggable computer.
The very first luggable computer.
Yeah. I think it was the first successful luggable computer. I think there's another company, I forget the name, something with the H, that I think made the first one. So, let's just out of curiosity, what's the weight on this?
It's probably about 35 pounds.
Actually, no, it's 26 pounds.
Remarkably light, 26 pounds. How big is the screen on that one, Jason?
5 inches.
Tiny. Here, we'll open it up. How does it go again?
You lay it on its. One of those shall have feet.
I think I opened it the wrong way. I think it goes like.
Yeah. There you go.
And voila.
Massive computing power.
Wow.
It was at the time. This was about what? Early.
More like 78, 79, something like that.
No, I think Osborne came out like 81.
You sure? I was
They
pretty
came
sure.
out,
IBM XTs came out in 82.
Because this company was only in business for like 5 years or something.
They came out in 81. I was on the Wikipedia page.
Oh, okay.
It's a 5-inch. It's a 5-inch screen. It ran off a Z80 processor. It had 64K of RAM. Could fit under an airplane seat, and it could survive being accidentally dropped, and included a bundled software package. Can you imagine if you tried to take that on an airplane now? It'd be like a bomb.
This is kind of neat. It has dual disk drives, and then it has storage for disks. That's neat.
I remember those. Our computer science teacher was so proud of his, and he would drag it home every night and drag it. I mean, his was like a compact luggable. I don't think it was an Osborne. I don't remember, and he was like, he would sit it on his desk. He was just so proud of it. I was like, yeah, okay.
I mean, this one isn't. It's not in the best of shape, but it's got to at least be worth 100 or so.
Well, nice is you've got software and everything for it too. So.
Oh, I do have some software tucked away for it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not in horrible shape. It's more so just the outer shell is yellow, but the actual usually these aren't usually working when you power them on. The caps get pretty old and they deteriorate. You don't really even want to turn these on until like you inspect the boards and everything. Make sure none of the caps are leaking.
Looks like the reason he was so popular is because they were inexpensive.
Yeah, they were what, $5,000 back then?
Well, compared to like the K Pro and the other stuff that was out at the time, I think they were probably a lot less.
Yeah, the compact was the one that dominated the
luggables, yeah.
Back then, yeah.
I've had several of those, and those don't really even bring that much money. I mean, you're lucky to get $150 out of them.
Yeah, they're not. They made a lot of them. They're not like, I don't know. A lot of collectors don't necessarily like them for some reason. I mean, some do, some don't. It just depends on what you're into, I guess.
They dropped the price to $995 in 1983, which today $995 would be worth $2,500. Looked like they had to drop the price because of competition. Probably when they called it the Osborne effect.
The Osborne effect. So
that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad because when you read the Wikipedia page, they started out with a bang and then they just.
I remember they were open for a few years.
It says part of it was because then K-Pro offered a 9-inch screen. And I mean, that's a big difference between a 5-inch screen and a 9-inch screen.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
I knew that was kind of.
Here we go.
Had to be done.
Under my breath.
Well, I'm all set to go to the airport now.
Yeah, good luck. We'll
So
see
you
you
spent $250. Last minute, didn't even plan on it to start of the day yesterday, and you're gonna probably net out about 2,500.
Craig asked if they ran the CPM operating system, and it says on Wikipedia, it says yes, they did.
Yeah.
I just looked at the CPM manual the other day.
There was
that's a CPM computer right back there. That's a NCR computer actually at CPM. So
there was a lot of CPM manuals and stuff, but they were in the basement, and they're just not in good shape, so I didn't buy them.
But you rescued a few things from the
basement. Not really. I only got like 1 or 2 pieces, and the only reason they were good is because they were wrapped in plastic and not exposed like everything else.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
it's kind of sad because I mean, it had some high end electronics down there, and they're just ruined.
No joke. There were 20 TIs like stacked, 20 just decks. But you know, I went to reach for them, and they had moisture on the outside. I was like, no.
Did you reach for them and they go, "What's that taste like?" I can't get.
Yeah.
So all in all, not a bad haul, not a bad the last minute deal.
No, not at all. Definitely happy about it.
Yeah. It's the more we look at Facebook Marketplace, I think that it's getting to become a better and better source for finding stuff.
It's where y'all live.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be in
a populous area.
The United States, maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
If I ever want to buy baby clothes, I'm gonna go look on our marketplace. Or your broken cell phone.
Yeah, no. So far, I've done pretty good with it. I've only started using Facebook Marketplace for a very short time, and it's had good results so far.
Ooh,
like anything else, you have to keep watching it.
Yeah, it's definitely something you got to look at once or twice a day. I mean, I like Facebook Marketplace more than I like Craigslist. Craigslist just seems pricier than Craigslist.
Craigslist I liked because there used to be these cool apps that you would set them up for specific searches, and when something that I was specifically looking for, I'll never forget this. I had it set to a laptop, and it would play an air raid horn sound. So this way I wouldn't miss the ad. Yeah.
Ooh.
Good old days.
So sounds like a good haul.
Yeah, is what it is. A lot of fun. Got home at 11, so that wasn't so great, but
survived the bears and the coyotes and the deer.
Yeah, made it back without getting eaten, so that's always a plus. So, all right, I guess we'll cut it here.
All right.
Thanks everyone for stopping by and watching. Anyone want to say anything?
I'm good.
You're good? All right, we're all good. We're out of here.
Peace
Have
out.
a great day, night, whatever. Bye.